Branko, can you give us a bit more of a concrete sense for what is precisely studied in this master's degree, this curriculum?
Yes, I can. It has a what we call a distance format. So in a time frame of 2.5 years, you develop yourself to get to know more about the the concept of what creativity is, and to make it from becoming a black box to more in detail what it entails, what are important aspects. You start to learn how you can apply it for yourself in small groups, to facilitate processes in which you come up with ideas and form them into solutions. So once you've pursued the first block, like the foundations of applied creativity, you get more into the academic side, the psychological construct. You get to learn about measurements. What kind of measurements have been developed in the past decades? How does it work? You also start to get a sense of being a critical consumer of creativity research. So you start to learn how to assess the sense and the nonsense if it's about research. So the third block is more about foundations of creativity, in which you are presented and get acquainted with several theories and models on how creativity works as a construct. You wrap up the first year with another 2 weeks intensive course in which you also start to get acquainted with if I would like to train creativity, how do I go about this? How do I design programs that meet the need and that help people on their way to become a practitioner of creative behavior?
So in the graduate program and the curriculum, there's a balance, if you will, between theory and practice. Theory helps to inform effective practice, and by practicing creativity, we can create theory that is more robust. So this is one of the values in this graduate program. Given the history at the International Center for Studies in Creativity coming from Alex Osborne and his pioneering work around creative problem solving, on the applied side of creativity, I understand that there's a focus on learning creative problem solving, which turns out, the research is very clear, it's one of the most effective training programs for producing higher levels of creativity. So when it comes to creative problem solving, a practical set of methods, what do students learn?
Indeed, students also get to know what we call the CPS model, or the creative problem solving model, starting from the groundwork that Osborne and Sid Barnes laid. This model developed over the decades up to a way in which you can navigate through processes of change or trajectories where you need to come up with novel solutions. So besides the theoretical background and get to know like the world of researchers and scholars, they also get I wouldn't call it a tool, it's more a navigation device that you can apply while talking with, let's say, a client or someone that would like to see something different, in order to determine how to go about in this process that often is not done with one step, but you need several steps. So it helps you to keep track of the big picture and also be able to really advise your client on what to do next or how to go about.
So it's interesting. I would summarize creative problem solving in this way. I would tend to think about it as a mindset, a skill set, and a tool set. When it comes to a mindset, I think one of the benefits of going through this graduate program is that you get introduced to a measure, a psychological measure called foresight, which identifies your thinking preferences within the creative problem solving process. So you get insight into whether you're a clarifier, an ideator, a developer, an implementer, and by understanding how you naturally think, where your energy goes. You have lots of energy for clarifying and looking at the details and trying to diagnose situations, or an ideator, big picture dreamer who has a penchant for coming up with original ideas, a developer who likes to analyze and refine and tinker and improve ideas. You see lots of engineers who are developers, implementers who are action-oriented people. Let's get moving. Let's bring our concepts to reality. I think one of the benefits of the graduate program is you walk out understanding a lot about your own creativity, your own creative mindset. In terms of skill set, there's no doubt that given the applied focus that this curriculum takes, you develop very important creativity skills, skills like divergent thinking, which is the ability to generate many original and varied options. And this is a powerful skill, so powerful, in fact, it's been demonstrated that divergent thinking is 300% stronger predictor of adult creative achievement than IQ. Divergent thinking is also a powerful leadership skill. Leaders who are able to see alternatives when they meet an obstacle and they find a way to get around that obstacle are going to be much more successful in helping their teams to achieve meaningful goals. And then I would say, in terms of the third aspect, third way of looking at creative problem solving as a tool set, one of the definite benefits of going through this graduate program is that you get to fill your toolkit with many strategies that you can use, like brainstorming, force connections, which is a methodology where you use associations, where you look at random stimuli and you ask yourself, what ideas do I get by looking at this glass of water for solving my business problem, or looking at the candle, or a painting? How to borrow ideas from other domains, because often great breakthroughs come not by continuously looking at the same old ideas in your domain, but to cross-fertilize, to look at other areas. So I think one of the other benefits is, in terms of the toolkit, one of the things that the students walk away with are many, many tools within creative problem solving. Tools that help to better clarify issues, tools that help you to be a better ideator, tools that help you be a better developer, tools that help you to be more effective at executing, bringing your ideas to reality. So creative mindset, creative skill set, creative tool set.
Indeed, you get the foundation of all these things in the first year, what we call the graduate certificate program. Then you have the choice, if you would like to continue and pursue also the master degree, you get the chance also to dive more into one of the areas that is of particular interest. Next to an update of what are the current issues in creativity, like what are we talking about in the field, the scholars among each other, you know, what are they discussing about or debating about. You get the chance to dive deeper into those parts of which you think, well, you know, that's useful for me now or for my future work. And there is also quite a flexibility there. We offer several strands, if you may call it like that. But of course, if people have an idea that fits very well into the level, the master level, they can also propose an independent study to research an aspect concerning creativity that they are interested in. Thank you, Gerard, for coming over here and taking some time to talk about the importance of studying creativity.